Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a review and tutorial on the Revel Nail Dip Powder system. Let's see if I can screw up that name anymore. It is the Revel Nail Dip Powder. I guess I wasn't that far off. Anyway, so I've been using and this is what the dip powder looks like. I've been using the Revel dip powder for about a month now, maybe 2 months, month to 2 months. I wanted to get a good handle on practicing. Oh, I've got makeup and all kinds of stuff on my hands, of course. I wanted to get a good handle on practicing how to apply this dip powder because this is a new realm for me. I was previously getting my nails done every 2 weeks at the salon, getting acrylics and just completely ruining my nails. And I decided that I didn't want to pay $60 every 2 weeks to get my nails done anymore. And I was just going to try and figure out how to do it myself. So I'd been seeing ads for Revel Nail on Instagram and finally just bit the bullet and decided, well, why not? So what I ordered were a couple different nail colors. This one is called Him, and it's the one that I'm wearing right now. And if you notice, it is about half full from one use. And the reason why is because I spilt the entire bottle on the floor and had a complete panic attack. It was terrible. In fact, I'm going to have to throw this out because, oh, this is so bad. It literally emptied it when I spilt it. My boyfriend was so nice to help me try and pick it up to put it back in the bottle so that I could finish my last couple of nails because I wasn't even done. Okay, so we had to try and scoop it up, which is not ideal in doing your nails. I know it sounds so bad, but I was able to finish the last couple of nails, and then there's lint and stuff in here now, so I can no longer use it. I'm gonna have to trash the entire brand new jar of the color Him. So I'm pretty sad about that. Unfortunately for you guys, I did not catch my mishap on camera for you to laugh at and enjoy in my misfortune. The only part that I filmed was just the application of one hand because I didn't want to make it like a super long video and all of that. So I had a good time filming this one. Anyway, regardless, just want to give you a quick rundown of how it works. So when you order the Revel nail system, like the starter kit, you get these numbered bottles. I have another one here somewhere. Here it is. You get 4 bottles and they all have very specific purposes, and your dip powder, of course. So they're all numbered, and the number 1 bottle, if I can find it, yes, the number 1 has the purple lid. It is the Pro Base, and this stuff is incredibly sticky, and this is what your dip powder is going to be sticking to. So basically you paint your nail as you would normally. You take your dip powder without spilling and kind of dip and scoop your nail so that all the powder covers your nail. Then you tap it off and you move on to the next one. Once you do 2 coats of the Pro Base and the dip powder, you move on to step 2, which is called the activator. And then what you do with this is you brush it over each nail that you have just dipped, and apparently, I didn't read the instructions very carefully, but apparently this is what makes the dip powder on your nails harden. So this is an incredibly important step. Once you are done with the activator step, you can go in with a buffing cube and a file to make sure that your nails are even, no harsh or sharp edges, basically kind of clean up, what you've just done. Finally, the third and final step, which is the one with the pink lid, is the finish gel. Okay. They also send a bottle of what is called brush softener. I'll explain that in a second. But the final coat is the finish gel And I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't like the finish gel at all. I find that if I don't apply enough activator to make my nails super, super hard, the finish gel does not set very well. And I don't know if that's like an actual thing that is like something Revel Nail talks about, like make sure you apply enough activator, otherwise your finish isn't going to be very good. But this is also, the finish gel is also incredibly sticky, and it's supposed to dry fast, but for some reason there are times where I have a nail come out looking fantastic. It's shiny. It looks nice. Other times it dries matte in places and patchy and uneven, and it's incredibly confusing because I don't know what I've done differently between each nail. So honest to God, usually I skip the finish gel step and I go straight to a regular top coat nail polish. The one that I've been using lately, just because I had it in my collection, not for any other specific reason, is the Revlon Extra Life No Chip Top Coat. This is what I've been using instead of the finish gel, and I find that it is more effective than the finish gel. I don't typically have to wait too long. I have makeup on my nails, that's nice. I usually don't have to wait too long for it to dry, but I just prefer it that way. So to move on to tell you about the brush softener. So, okay, you're going back and forth between step 1 and step 2. You're using the sticky stuff, you're dipping into the powder, and then you're using the activator to make it hard. Well, when you go in for your second coat, you're adding this Pro Base back on top of your first layer of dip powder. And after you do one nail, you need to wipe off your brush on a paper towel, because the last thing that you want to do is to get that dip powder on that brush and into this bottle, because it is going to change the consistency of your Pro Base in here. It's going to make it no longer effective. Your brush is going to get goopy. And so that's why they ended up sending a brush softener as well, in case that happens with your brush as it gets too hard. But honestly, if your brush is hard, I would assume that you have bigger problems than just a hard brush. I would assume that your entire bottle of Pro Base is now bad. So I just make sure that once I hit my second coat for application, that I am wiping my brush off after everything that I do, just to make sure that it's clean going back into the bottle. Let's see. Oh, so these, when I filmed the actual tutorial of me doing these nails, it was actually several days ago. I did it on Thanksgiving, actually, and today is the Sunday after Thanksgiving, so it's like we're on day 4, basically. So this is 4 days later. I do believe that these are just as hard as acrylics. They stay on, they don't chip. I'm incredibly impressed with the staying power and strength of the Revel nail system. I will never, ever, 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 ever go back to acrylics, because honestly, I took off my acrylics because I could feel that my nail underneath was soft and thin and weak, and it just, we all know it's bad for your nails. So I decided to take them off, and you'll see in the video of me applying these, I actually put tips on my nails because my nails were in such bad shape after acrylics. They're super short. They're, you know, they're flaky, you know, that kind of flaky, powdery texture that your nails get after you do acrylics. They were just in such bad shape. So I actually have tips on. I went to Sally's Beauty, I bought tips, I filed them down, I glued them on. And so you'll see that in the video, is that I'm applying this dip powder on top of these tips and to my natural nail. And honestly, it was so easy. I can't, the only downside to this is obviously this takes longer than going to the salon. That's kind of really, if I were to ever go back, it would be because I need to save some time, not because of any other reason. This is just as good a quality as salon, and it takes a lot to impress me with at-home nail products. I've been using, gel polishes for a very long time. I've tried several different at-home brands and was not impressed. I was even a sales rep for a company called Gel Moment until I realized that their product was going down the drain in quality and decided to get out of that. I've tried a lot of things, okay? And I know that, with a fairly new channel, you haven't really seen me try a lot of nail products. This is the first, actually. So just take my word for it. This is something that I've been exploring for a very long time. And I can honestly say, and I'm unsponsored, there's no affiliate links, no connection to this company business-wise whatsoever. I love Revel Nail. So there's a learning curve. Be patient with yourself. That's why I did it a couple times, to make sure that I knew what I was doing before I show you guys how to do it. But yeah, feel free to drop any questions that you have below as to how to do this. I hope that this is something that saves you a lot of money in the future, avoiding the salons, avoiding the wait, and, just kind of gaining some independence for your own nails, I guess. That sounds like really dramatic. But yeah, if you want to see how I got these sparkly, hard as acrylic nails through the Revel Nail Dip system, then please keep watching.
Yeah.